break it down, I'ma go in. I told y'all before, it's the return of Khufu. My lyrics is a shocker, cause I'm the Zulu. You only here just to get a rep, I'm the guru. You forgetting it all, I'm fentanyl, one line will do you. You're not even in my class, ass, I'ma school you. Don't let my positive rhyme styling fool you. I will abuse you, you in a deeper trouble. I'ma hit you with the KKRRS, now you seeing double. You turn to your man like we in trouble. But here's the rebuttal, I talk for sport like Brian Gumble. I don't mumble, you'll get stomped out over here. I take it back to Malcolm without the conch in his hair. Sparks in the air, from the start we were there. Where I'm at, you like, nah, it's too dark up in there. Got your heart racing and pacing like the coke do. I act some real shooters, they don't even know you. Man, I'm at that level you youngins should hope to grow to. But how you supposed to grow to a level nobody shows you? Let me show you, raising you up, lyrically grow you. Catch me in the world when I win because I blow through. All these rappers who talk shit they ain't supposed to. Safety or slapping the clip, I'ma expose you. Open and close you, I oppose you spitting lies. I use my real eyes to realize your real lies and real liars. Rappers be so blind in the mind, it's like they spelling mine MND. They need some eye.
You make me feel the things you make me do. Just want you, moving your body, taking your time. You're doing it right now. You're blowing my mind. Feeling your skin, you're pulling me in. The longer it lasts now, the more that we win. Things you make me do, things you make me feel, things you make me do. When I'm with you, things you make me do, things you make me feel, things you make me do. Just want you.
you make me do, the things you make me feel, the things you make me do. Just want you, moving your body, taking your time. You're doing it right now, you're blowing my mind. Feeling your skin, you're pulling me in. The longer it lasts now, the more that we win. Things you make me do, things you make me feel, things you make me do. When I'm with you, things you make me do, things you make me feel, things you make me do. Just want you, playing my heart and not with my head.
Don't play nice, don't follow rules, don't let my quiet leaders teach of fools. Don't take hints, don't take crap. There's a whole lot of social graces I lack.
Indeed, indeed. Having a little technical difficulty. You in tune to the Focus TV1 network. Focus the Magazine live with your man Teflon, the Creator Taylor. Sponsored by Healthy Lifestyle Fitness. Get fit the right way, mind, body, and soul. Also sponsored by Raw Funk Production, the music production company ahead of time. Powered by Focus Media. Live in the building. After the technical difficulty, though, we got it. We got it right. Live in the building out of Long Island, NYC, the goddess of metal and classic music, Susan Aquila. Won't you say hello to the people?
Hello.
All right, all right. Yeah, we was having a little technical difficulty, but we was gonna make it happen. We wasn't gonna let the technical part affect us in any kind of way. Most definitely, most definitely. So how's it going?
Good. Everything's going well. How are things by you?
Oh, we maintaining, making it happen. Trying to make it happen at least.
Great. Great. I'm happy to be
Indeed,
here.
most definitely, it's a pleasure to have you. Most definitely, it is a pleasure to have you. So let's get on started now. Since we kind of got a little delay, let's start at the beginning. The goddess of metal and classical rock. Um, by that name, that's a real unique name. By gaining that title, starting with the violin, let's start off with the violin. The of all instruments, why was it the violin that you choose to play?
That was the one that was kind of presented to me because when I was little in the schools, they give you an instrument to play, and I was just given a violin. I'm not sure what I would have chosen if I had a choice, but that's what they gave me, and I ran with it.
So it started as a young at a young age. Is that correct?
Yeah, third grade. So I think that's 7 years old.
So did you played the violin throughout school? Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So how did you keep the passion of playing the violin? Plans change, minds change as we grow.
Yeah, that's a really good question. It never the passion never left. It never waned. I I wanted to play music, and that was my opportunity, so I stuck with it. Yeah, I never deviated.
Okay, most definitely, indeed, indeed. And it's kind of heard on the interview that you had that your parents didn't exactly want you to play the violin.
No, they think they would rather me be quiet. So I went the opposite way. But yeah, I mean, they basically were like, "Do you have to practice?" So I had, I did it in spite. I did it for spite. I got back at them and became a musician. I did it in spite. I did
Indeed,
it for
indeed.
spite. I
Oh,
got
sorry
back
about
at
that.
them and became a musician.
Having a little technical difficulty again.
Indeed, indeed. So sorry about that.
Okay, sorry about that. So, how did you prove your parents wrong? How did you get to play that violin?
Uh, I just kept at it, and once I started working really early, I started getting professional concerts by the time I was 17, 16 or 17. So I think I just proved to them that I could do it and I could work and have a career.
Most definitely, indeed, indeed. I'm kind of familiar with the orchestra, and throughout elementary school, high school. Could I ask what chair were you in school?
Oh, I was first chair. I was master
Oh,
concert mistress. Sometimes they say for women.
I could tell by the way that I seen the videos how you. We're gonna get into that too. I'm not even gonna talk about it yet, but we're gonna get on into that. So let's step up in time a little bit. The Julia Arts of School. You made your path. Out of high school on into the Julia Arts School. How was that experience?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It just the training I got and the people I got to work with and the teachers, the faculty there are all top notch, and it's just a wonderful experience, and you can really focus on your instrument and your craft. So it's designed to do that. So it was just amazing. I made lots of friends that I'm still friends with, and beautiful colleagues that I still work with.
Indeed, indeed. So the violin. Could you tell us the difference between the electric violin and the violin?
Yes. So the regular violin is just a piece of wood. It's acoustic. You draw the sound with the bow. An electric violin has a pickup built in. Mine's in the bridge, but it varies on the different instruments. And you don't need the body of the instrument to create the sound. The sound is created from electrical impulses when you activate the string, when you play. Because of that, you can have kind of outrageous instruments. So my violin is in the shape of a flying V, a Gibson flying V. And instead of 4 strings, I added 2 more, and I have a 6-string violin, which is unusual. So I can play bass notes as I have 2 lower strings. And I have it right here, so I can show you. So you can see it's a little bit different than a regular.
Okay. Let's put you on it.
Yeah. So it's built differently than a regular
Oh,
violin, and it has extra strings. So
indeed, indeed. Most definitely nice little instrument there. So when did you start mixing rock with your classical music?
um, let's see. So what was interesting growing up on Long Island is I would go to school and I would play classical music, and I loved it. But when I went home, at home we listened to rock music, and it was only a natural thing that the two would meet someday. But I started playing rock with the Trans Siberian Orchestra, and that's where I met Mark Wood, who made this violin. And I got to play lots of concerts with them in big arenas, and it was so exciting. And we played rock music, and I thought, yeah, I need to be doing this for the rest of my life. I loved it.
So that was it. You just knew that was it. That's the instrument. That's
Yeah.
the type of instrument that you wanted to pursue a career in. So I mean, exactly far as the switch from the classical to rock. Um, how did you feel about first playing on stage?
Um, well, switching from classical to rock was not as easy as you think. That took me some time to learn the genre and learn how to attack the notes so they sound like rock and roll and not classical. But going on stage, I find actually rock is much more relaxing, because there's a little room for improvising and, being an individual and creating your own music within the structure. And classical music, you're really stuck to exactly what's written on the page. So I found rock music really liberating.
Most definitely. Like I say, in some of the videos that I have watched, where the orchestra is sitting down, and I mean, you're in your own zone. I mean, you're doing your thing. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely, that's what it is. In the
yeah,
zone.
yeah, most definitely. I mean, you making that music, and it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing to watch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a wonderful experience, and music is just so beautiful because it just touches everybody. Everybody gets it, and you may not like a particular kind of music, but everyone understands music, and it's a beautiful experience.
Most definitely. And like you were saying, you get the freedom. It's not like the individuals that's sitting down and they had to kind of play in formation. You get the
Yes.
freedom to kind of move around stage. I mean, you remind me of a Jimi Hendrix, a Prince. I mean, I
Oh
can
my,
go on and on. I
wow.
mean,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
that's that feeling that I get, and I know the individuals on stage with you because I seen their eyes, and they're watching you. They trying to play, but they watching you because you putting on the show. You are the show.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot of fun. I love it. I love what I do.
Most definitely, I could tell, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So singing and playing at the same time. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so of course I started with violin first, but then I wanted to do more. I wanted to try to sing, and I started singing a little bit, and then I just kind of grew into it. Um, and then I often do one or the other. I either jump around singing or I play the violin, but every once in a while I'll do it at the same time. And but that's a different kind of trick. That took me a little extra work to figure out.
At the same time, yeah, I've seen it, and it's nice. I've done a lot of research. Like I said, we're not gonna have a lot of time to go over everything, but you all can catch the article on that goes along with this interview at www.focus.media.com. Most definitely, most definitely. So, next question, how do you set yourself apart from others? Don't answer that. We're gonna go to a commercial
Okay.
break and we'll be right back.
You tuned to the Focus TV 1 Network with your man Teflon and Creator Taylor. Break out the cigars, bring out the wine. It's happy hour.
Theme music. Where's my theme music? Yes,
Happy hour, happy hour.
that's right, that's right.
Happy hour, happy hour.
Ah, yeah, it's that time.
Happy hour, happy hour.
It's that time.
It's that time of the day. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Let's get it.
Podcast what? Much more than just your average podcast. More like a TV talk show with epic commercials, spotlighting independent and major brands. www.focus.media. That's www.focus.media. The Focus TV 1 Network.
Indeed, indeed. You in tune to the Focus TV1 network. Focus the magazine live with your man Teflon the Creator Taylor. Sponsored by Healthy Lifestyle Fitness. Get fit the right way. Most definitely live in the building. Susan Aquila.
Hey,
Got it right once again,
yes, you did.
Most definitely, most definitely. So back to the question, how do you set yourself apart from others?
A couple of things. One, that was one of the reasons I started singing because a lot of violinists don't sing. And two is I'm very athletic and I try to match the athleticism to my music performances. So I have a lot more energy in the show and a high energy show. And that's how I like to differentiate myself from everybody else.
Indeed, indeed. So Eddie Van Halen. What does Eddie Van Halen mean to you?
Oh, he was a genius, just a genius because he used his classical influences in his rock music and in everything he created. And he was able to really match these two genres and make something new. And he made something new. He changed guitar playing. He changed music for forever. So I'm definitely a big fan.
Indeed, indeed. So who are some of the old school rock artists that you currently listen to?
Jimi Hendrix, for sure. Janis Joplin. Um, let's see, who else do I? It's not super old school, but I love Billy Joel. But mainly, I have to say, well, Eddie Van Halen, but Jimi Hendrix is just a hero of mine.
Most definitely. Jimi Hendrix, most definitely a legend,
Yeah.
legend in his time. So could you tell me and the people one about one of the greatest highlights on stage that you have had to this
The
day?
the greatest, yes, an easy question. The greatest was playing in the violin section for Billy Joel at the last play at Shea. And we got to perform for 55,000 people. He used a very big band, a very big orchestra. And just as we were finishing, he said, I have a special guest. And he surprised us, and Paul McCartney came on stage. And
Oh
then we got
wow.
to play with Paul McCartney. And there I was, at Shea Stadium playing with a Beatle. And the whole thing just blew my mind. Like, I was like,
Wow.
I have to retire because there's nothing better than this. This is ridiculous.
Indeed. I bet you that was indeed, indeed. I mean I had a few experiences, but nothing quite like that. But that was quite awesome right there. So, I mean, that probably answered the next question of the most memorable person that you have gotten to play with on stage.
Yeah, I would say Billy Joel, um, Bruce Springsteen. I liked playing for Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, Steven Tyler. That was another one because he's such a wonderful live performer. So it's very exciting.
Indeed, indeed. So during the COVID-19, when it shut everything down, how did it affect you?
Well, so I got a record deal on I think March 11th from 26 Records. I'm no longer with them, but I got that record deal and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is great. I'm going to do it." And then the very next day the world shut down. So I was just like
Wow.
destroyed. But we tried to push through and make an album and make some music while that was happening. One person in the studio at a time and working remotely. So we tried to keep the music going, but not having to perform live is a terrible feeling. Not to be able to get out there and play and do what you do and it went on for so long. It was very difficult.
Most definitely, most definitely. But you all managed to get an album out, is that correct?
Yeah, we did. We did
We'll
get it.
talk. We'll talk about that album. If I'm not, I think I know which one it is, but we're gonna talk about that. But most definitely, most definitely. So, the day and the life of Susan Aquila. Who is Susan Aquila? Don't answer that one. We're gonna take a quick break and you're gonna answer that. Indeed, indeed. You in tune to the Focus TV1 network, Focus the Magazine Live, powered by Focus Media. So the day in the life of Susan Aquila. Who is Susan Aquila?
Well, just your regular girl from New York City. But I wake up, I practice electric violin, regular violin, do a little workout, and then I go to rehearsals in the afternoon and evening, or I play a show. So it's music all day, every day.
Music. You say music all day, every day.
Yep.
So getting prepared to write and to orchestrate a song. How is that? How do they go about?
Um, sometimes you go collaborate with people and get ideas. This time around, this is the first time I'm 100% writing my own material and all of it. So I wanted it to be a complete expression of me and my feelings without being influenced by anyone else. But the way I start is I create a bass line first and a harmony first, and then I usually throw a melody on top, and then the lyrics come last for me.
Indeed, indeed. Most definitely, most definitely. So as we was kind of talking off the air, each one of your songs are characters. Can you kind of explain the formula to us?
Yeah. Well, and also the albums are sort of broken up by different periods in my life. Like the Broken Angel album was more when I was feeling I'd had a bunch of setbacks and I was feeling sad and very frustrated. So Broken Angel was expressing a lot of hurt, bad relationships and that kind of thing. And then the album after that, I you can see that it's a lot stronger. It's a person who's done the introspection and done the work and is now feeling their own and writing female empowered songs or stronger songs about getting grip on life again and taking charge. So but as far as the personality of each each song is really, I become that personality. It's something I'm feeling at the moment, or it's a way I'm being at the moment, and I tell the story through that person.
Most definitely, most definitely. I was gonna mention that that debut album, Broken Angel, and that's a deep title, and it's most definitely a deep concept behind the title.
Yes, that was definitely my darkest period, and it does express my deepest, darkest feelings and things I was going through at that time.
Indeed, indeed. So the Symphony of Sounds, could you tell us a little bit about that?
The Symphony of Sounds, I must have done that with somebody. Does it say who that was by?
I'm not for sure.
Not my album, but I must be on somebody else's album.
Yeah, yes, it is on somebody else's.
I have a feeling I know who it might be, but I'm gonna. Um, I get the beauty is I get to be on a lot of people's albums and do a lot of projects with beautiful artists. So I just need to be reminded.
So who are some of the artists, some of the famous artists that you have experienced to get to perform with on stage
Oh,
or
on
in the
Steve.
studio?
So in the studio, I've recorded for Katie Lang and Tony Bennett, um, uh, uh, Josh Groban. But on stage, I've done a lot of live stuff. So Steven Tyler, Elton John, we said Billy Joel, um, Bruce Springsteen. Who else? I'm drawing a blank because it's so many people now. As I'm drawing a blank. Paul McCartney, as we mentioned. Gosh, I'm trying to remember who else. But you got the list there. Oh,
Uh,
Beyonce, Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Erica Badu. Trying to remember what else I've done lately. Let's see. Busta Rhymes was a lot. That was Dave Chappelle at Radio City. That was a lot of fun. That was a really good time. And
yeah, sounds like it.
yeah. So
I know you have a list full of individuals that you have performed with. So far as this performing with the individuals, are you uh, part of their music, or I mean, how does that go?
uh, it's often they have an arrangement made with a violin part in it. So I come in and I read down what they have. But sometimes they want me to be a soloist, or like they get to take a break, or they want to have me just come in for one or two songs, and then they let me improvise, or I write my own parts. So it's a little of both. Sometimes they send me music to play, and sometimes I could come in and make up my own part.
Indeed, indeed. So playing with a band versus an orchestra, I think you kind of explained that in the beginning, but tell us the difference between that.
Um, wow. So playing in an orchestra is a uniquely powerful experience because you are playing with 100, 150 people, and you have to be as one, and you have to think alike, feel alike, move together to play really complicated music at the same time. And that is really wacky, fun experience. And you are just bonding with so many people. But playing in a band, it's very fewer people, but the beat is usually pretty steady, and you get to just really punch out and play, and no one's covering your part. You're definitely an individual in the band, and you have more of a say in what you're doing, and you can be a lot freer. So that's the big difference. They're both great though.
Indeed, indeed. So your Viper 6-string electric violin pretty much sets you apart from others. Is that correct?
Yes, it does. Although there are other people that have them, they they are made for people by Mark Wood violins. But yeah, it's still unusual. I think it's still unusual for a strict 6-string violin.
So, could you tell myself and the people, how was it growing up in Long Island, New York?
Uh-oh. No, I won't say anything bad about Long Island, my Long Island peeps. It was quiet, and but I had a yearning to be in the city. I wanted to be in the city, and I wanted to be around musicians, and I wanted to be at Juilliard, and I just wanted to be at the top and learning as much as I could. So for me, at Long Island, growing up was just a waiting game to be able to graduate and get going playing. So yeah, it was very quiet.
Most definitely, indeed. So your debut album, self-titled Susan Aquila, is that correct?
Correct.
You gotta we was talking about you singing. I heard a song on there in all Spanish. Is that correct?
It's in Italian.
In Italian. See, I didn't even.
Close
I know it
enough.
was some. Yeah, my languages are bad. Yeah, I knew it was. So you speak Italian. Is that correct?
I'm Italian. I have Italian parents that speak Italian. I spoke Italian as a child, but I very much had to relearn and be coached on how to pronounce Italian properly for that song.
Indeed. Okay. I mean, it was a well written song. I couldn't tell no difference that you were pretty much not new to it, but just kind of revamping yourself to the language.
Yeah, just trying something else. And that was a cover. That's not an original song. That was a cover. So it was a cover that I really liked, and I thought was beautiful.
Most definitely. Like the cover that you done for the Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
What inspired you to actually to go ahead and do that?
Do that. I had just gotten the electric violin, and I was really trying to learn how to play rock after playing classical. So I really studied Eddie Van Halen, and I learned those solos. And then I thought, you know what? I want to like put it out there that I can do this, and then show what the violin can do. And I had to learn how to play with all the pedals and distortion and all that. So it was really just me learning the genre correctly and trying to master the rock genre in my violin.
Indeed. Okay, that's lovely right there. So tell the people about your debut album, releasing that album, and how was that, and what was your favorite song on the album? What is your favorite song on the album?
The debut, the Broken Angel album.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the song Broken Angel is my favorite song on the album. And yeah, that was we did well in the Midwest, where there's a very strong rock foothold. So we got to tour, and we were supporting the album by touring as an opener for the band Tantric. And that was just a really fun tour. And we also got to open for Lita Ford and play the songs from that album. So it has the best memories for me.
Indeed. And I was let me try to remember this. I was reading on a couple of your posts where you were saying that we were gonna you're gonna name names and kind of spill the beans right there. Was that correct right there?
I did say that. I was trying to get people to tune in. I do have. I'm not allowed to announce yet the names, so you're gonna have to come back. But I am going on tour.
Hold on. We're gonna after this commercial break,
Okay.
we're gonna continue with that question. All right.
Okay.
You tuned to the Focus TV1 Network with your man Teflon and Creator Taylor. Break out the cigars, break out the wine. It's happy hour.
Theme music. Where's my theme music? Yeah, that's it.
Happy hour, happy hour.
That's right, that's right.
Happy hour, happy hour.
Ah, yeah, it's that time.
Happy hour, happy hour.
It's that time.
Right, breaking that time of the day. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Hey. Happy hour, happy hour. It's that time of the day. Let's get it.
Un, dos.
Hola chicos, ahí les va The Super Dad Iron Maiden.
Indeed, indeed. You're in tune to the Focus TV1 network. Focus the Magazine live. It's your man Teflon, the creator Taylor, live in the building. Susan Aquila. Most definitely, most definitely. So back to where we left off. What's the information that you was finna give us?
So the part I can tell you is that I'm going on tour with a major artist in the spring and summer and fall as well. But I can't say who it is yet. I was hoping I would be able to spill more, but that's as much as I can spill. So I'll be on the road soon. I guess you're just going to have me back so I can tell everyone who it is.
Most definitely, we most definitely gonna have you back. Because like I say, we didn't we covered a few things, but we didn't cover everything. And also most definitely we're gonna have we have a end of the year New Year's Eve bash every year, and we most definitely would love to have you on our New Year's Eve bash. But we're gonna have you on before then and for New Year's.
Oh, awesome! That'd be great. Love it.
All right, I'll give you more information about the New Year's Eve bash festival. It's an online festival. It's a great time. You know, like I said, we'll talk more about that. So how do you deal with the obstacles within the industry?
Boy. You just have to kind of roll with it. It is what it is. It's taken me a while to figure this out. I cried a lot. I used to cry a lot, but you kind of have to work around it, be more fluid, flexible and just sort of set your boundaries and of what you are and aren't going to do and stick to it and be flexible because it's everything changes all the time. The music industry changes so much and attitudes change and you just have to kind of hang in there with it.
Most definitely, indeed, indeed. You got to just roll with the punches.
Yes, right. You got it.
Most most definitely. So, are you currently signed to a label, or are you independent?
I am independent right now. I'm liking
So,
it.
how is it being an independent artist?
Well, it is a lot harder in some ways. I mean, you really do have to do everything yourself and you have to think of everything, and funding is very difficult. However, you're not being told what to do and what you can and cannot release. And I really like the freedom of that.
Most definitely, most definitely. What you can and cannot release, most definitely can do or cannot do, most definitely. That's parts of the label that a lot of individuals don't know about. That they go and sign, and it's a lot behind that dotted line.
Oh yeah, it's not as fun as you would think.
Most definitely, most definitely. So besides the tour, what's coming? What's next for Susan Aquila?
I am working on a new album and I'm really taking my time to find the right voice for what I'm feeling and what fits well for the violin and really working the violin into these songs in a more natural way. So this is a big studio year for me.
Most definitely. So, when shall we be expecting a new album?
Um, I'm going to say early next year, 2025, early 2025.
Early, early 2025.
Yeah.
So, my next question. So, I also see that you're touring a lot of kind of going a lot of different places, playing with a lot of different individuals now.
Mhm.
How was that experience? And what cities are you going
Uh,
to be in in the next few months?
well, I've been playing with Andrea Bocelli, and we just finished playing in Philadelphia and Hartford. And before that, right in New York City, I got to play with Diana Ross at Radio City Music Hall. What's coming up? Well, with our mystery artist, who I can't say yet, we're
Wow,
doing a U.S. tour and then a European tour. So, and I'll be posting every day of it and what we're doing every day. So you'll be able to keep up with me.
most definitely, most definitely. So, a note of a note. What's the little contest you have going on, and how many notes have you come to this present day?
Oh my gosh, I did that. Someone suggested that to me and they were egging me on and I thought how hard could this be? But one day I had to play 115 notes in a bow and another day I had to play 100 and I was just like, what have I done? Like this is really hard. But it's been really a fun challenge and it's just been kind of silly and fun that I mean still doing it to get new followers.
Most definitely. So, what number are you at? 115, 125, 130,
The highest was 115.
115,
Yeah,
115.
yeah.
Okay, most definitely. I seen a few of them, but I missed. I missed quite a few of them. Most definitely, most definitely. So I know we probably talked about it, but I just want to go over it again. When you're on stage playing the electric guitar and you're in your own zone, what is that feeling?
That is the most wonderful feeling that I live for. That freedom, that ultimate freedom of expression on stage and bonding with people and connecting with people and just letting yourself go free is the most amazing feeling in the world. It is like a drug. It is wonderful, and it's why these people tour for years and years and years to get that feeling every night. And it's the beauty of the arts and music. So I just love it.
Indeed, indeed. So, do you? I'm not for sure if you have Denver, Colorado on your schedule for the year.
I do. I do. I can't
Uh,
remember when, but I saw it on our thing. Are you in our? Do we have? Are you in Denver?
yes, yes,
All right. All
we
right.
are
Got
in the Mile High City, the 5280. Most definitely there. Most definitely we're gonna have to connect and get some live footage, and most definitely check out the show. We're gonna
Oh,
be in the
yes.
building.
Yes, I got you. You will be there. You will be there. That is fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, what's your social media information if anyone want to contact you, or perhaps they want to check out one of your epic videos?
So Susan Aquila Music is my Instagram. Susan Aquila is Facebook, and I think you can get everything from the Instagram. My YouTube page, Susan Aquila. You can find things there.
Indeed, indeed. So, any shout outs before we get out of here?
Oh yeah, to my friend, my beautiful friend Fran, who's listening and been texting me the whole time. And my friends JC and my partner Joe.
Indeed, indeed. So, I also seen a band that you kind of play with off and on. Could you tell us a little bit about the band?
The band always changes. So I'm be putting together a new band, but I'd like to have drums, bass. This time I'm going to have percussion, some rhythm guitar, some keyboards, and me. So it'll be an interesting new band that I'm putting together for this album.
Most definitely, most definitely. And could you tell the people the name of the album that you currently have out?
It's the self-titled Susan Aquila, and the other one's Broken Angel also is a good one, and there's a few in between. A few albums
And
in between.
how many how many songs on the albums?
They vary from 12 to 15, I think. Yeah.
Most definitely you need to go check them out. You will love them. You'll fall in love with each and every song on both albums. Most definitely, because they have a feeling. They have that feeling. They have character, and you can feel the character as you're listening to the song.
Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you.
Most definitely, most definitely. So I mean, you keep rocking out to that with the electric guitar. Most definitely doing your thing, Susan Aquila on the Focus TV1 network with your man, Focus the Magazine Live with your man Teflon, the Creator Taylor. It's been lovely. Like I said, we're gonna have you back on pretty soon. We're gonna kind of follow you around. We're gonna pick that perfect point. So we plan to have you on a couple of times. Like I say, one other follow up interview, and then uh, for as the New Year's Eve bash, we're gonna try to do something real special with you, and then I guess in between that time, we might even see you right here in the Mile High City, Denver,
Right.
Colorado.
That is right. Oh, thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun, and you are just so wonderful for supporting all these artists. So love you for that.
Most definitely, most definitely. We love you too. Say you enjoy yourself. I know it's a little late your way. Like I said, we had a little technical difficulty before we got started, but we got started, and it's we done it. Y'all can catch the article here tomorrow at www.focus.media.com of this. You'll see this interview, and you'll see the article of the interview and a whole lot more about Susan Aquila, the rising star, electric violinist, the goddess in the building. Until the next. All right.
At the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more.
I'm done. Look how they've been.
Wow, it only took 2 hours.